Hey guys, Bird Yugioh here. So today I wanted to bring you a really fun deck, and a deck that I feel would probably do pretty well against most, current meta decks right now. It just does a lot of stuff that they don't like. And it's really not affected by cards like Dimension Shifter, which it plays itself, and then also. Barrier Statue of the Stormwinds, because pretty much all the monsters you are summoning that are important are all wind type. So let's get right into it. If you need any cards shown in this video, make sure to check my link for TCG Player. It's the best place and cheapest place to get any of the cards you need. Let's start with basically your best normal summon. Elder, when you normal summon it, it allows you to normal summon another Ritual Beast monster. And that's really important because all of the Ritual Beast and Spiritual Beast monsters can only be special summoned once per turn. So when you're going through your combos, it's really nice to be able to just normal summon, then normal summon, and then be able to then special summon them back to kind of use their effects again. So, and then we play two Spiritual Beast Tamer Winda. So in this deck, there's Spiritual Beasts and then there's Ritual Beast Tamers. So with this card having the text Spiritual Beast Tamer, it actually acts as both of them because your fusion monsters require a Ritual Beast Tamer and a Spiritual Beast monster. So yeah, this card is nice for that. I'm always tempted to put it at 3, but it's one that you're never going to get that effect off. If your opponent, has any knowledge of the deck at all, they're just not going to be destroying this card because basically with that, you're getting a free summon of Ulti-Guy Pelio, honestly, any Ritual Beast monster from your deck or extra deck if this card is destroyed and you ignore its summoning conditions. So it's a cool card. And again, it acts as both Spiritual Beast and a Ritual Beast Tamer. So that's cool. And then in this version, I'm playing 2 When. When this card's normal summoned, you can target a banished Ritual Beast monster and special summon it. So in this particular version, there's a lot of cards we play that banish. So you're kind of taking advantage of that and just being able to, not only banish all monsters, which usually affects your opponent, but then you're able to still get a fusion monster on board by having a Wen. And then we play 1 Lara and 1 Zephyr Pilica. They have the same effect. Zephyr Pilica is generally a little nicer because it has 1,000 attack instead of 100. But other than that, you just normal summon either one, and you can special summon 1 Ritual Beast monster from your graveyard. And then just multiple names is always nice. And then for the Spiritual Beast monsters, we play the best one, of course, Kanahawk. This one simply just banishes a Ritual Beast card from your deck, and then you can, after your second standby phase, you can add the card to your hand, but that usually doesn't come up too often. And then we play the next best one is Rampengu. We play 2. Again, this version focuses a lot on banishing. You'll see some of the cards we're playing. So it's not as good as Kanahawk because you have to also send to the graveyard, which obviously if you have a card that says you cannot send to the graveyard, then Rampengu won't be able to resolve. I believe. Comment down below if that's not the case. But either way, it's still, I think, a good 2 of. And then Kanahawk's definitely your best one. Then Apelio is really nice at just manipulating the graveyard and the banish zone. So basically you can, and giving you attack boost. So basically you banish a Ritual Beast card from your graveyard, and then for the rest of the turn, all Ritual Beast monsters you control will gain 500 attack and defense. So that is obviously nice for getting your OTKs, and just it's really easy to, again, get a card from the graveyard to the banish zone to then be able to summon and do whatever you need to. And then 1 Petalfin, mostly for the Rampengu effect, to be able to then, send like Pedal Fin, but you're not usually going to be able to get that effect off, and it's just another name. So that's why we play that. And then the only other monsters we're playing are just some really good hand traps. And again, I kind of went for like high impact ones. So Dimension Shifter, super high impact. You're seeing how good this card really is. And it doesn't really affect this deck at all. And then we play 3 Droll and Lockbird. It's nice that it's wind. It doesn't really come up, but it's again just another high impact card. If you have like a Nibiru, that would also be an example of like a high impact hand trap card instead of just like Ash Blossom, which does one thing and then done. Droll and Lockbird shuts them down, from drawing for the rest of the turn, and then Dimension Shifter is just banishing until the end of the following turn. So that is the monsters that we're playing. And then for the spells, playing 1 Ritual Beast Bond. It allows you to basically go for OTKs and play around cards. You just banish 2 Ritual Beast monsters you control. So that can be Spiritual Beast or Ritual Beast. And then you can just special summon 1 Ritual Beast from your extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. And it's a quick play, so you can use this during the battle phase. But that's, again, an easy way of getting out your Ulti-Guy Pelio, which is at 3,200. And then, we'll get to that card's effects. But yeah, nice card to have, and not necessary, and it's searchable by Kanahawk, of course. And then 1 return. This is another card like a Pelio where you can so basically you just banish a Ritual Beast monster from your hand, and then target one of your Ritual Beast monsters that's banished or in your graveyard and special summon it. So again, it's not crazy good because you can only special summon your Ritual Beast once per turn, but it does help you in certain cases. And it's, again, a quick play, so you can help you, play around stuff. And then we're playing 3 Pot of Extravagance. This is yet another deck that I'm playing this card in. I found it to be just a really, really good draw card. I'm really glad it got reprints. So yeah, pick these up. You can play them in a lot of decks, and it really helps them. We play a lot of 3-ofs in the extra deck that you'll see. Or not a lot of 3-ofs, mostly 2-ofs, but play 3 of, the most important card in the deck. And then 2 Emergency Teleport. Again, kind of restating everything. You can only special summon once per turn the Ritual Beast monsters, so this kind of just acts as an extender, if you, or, say Elder gets negated. You want to be able to do something, so with Emergency Teleport, you can still go into something. Dimensional Fissure. Again, we really don't care if cards are getting banished. That's really nice. And then Harpy's Feather Duster. Against those, against back row decks, this deck can struggle. So this might help you out. And then for the traps, the best one, Steeds. You just destroy monsters on the field up to the number of Ritual Beast monsters you currently control. So usually that's going to be like 2 to 4 cards that you're destroying. Really nice card. And then 2 Ambush. This allows you to just special summon. It's really nice to do this on your opponent's end phase and just load your board, and then you'll be able to just destroy their board, hopefully, with some of your Link monsters. Really nice. And then a really good floodgate for this deck is obviously Goes and Match, because we're playing all wind. So this, it's debatable whether, how good it really is against certain matchups, obviously. But in general, this is going to be a really good card. And then 1 Macrocosmos, again, just another kind of floodgate card that doesn't really affect us as much as it's going to affect our opponent. And that's it for the main deck. For the extra, playing, of course, the 3 Kanahawk. The card's amazing. It lets you search a Ritual Beast card from your deck to your hand. And then it also, all of these fusions can tag out during either player's turn. You just send this back to the extra deck, and then target 2 of your banished one ritual beast and 1 spiritual beast, and special summon them. So you can always, activate steeds and then chain this to get, instead of just 1, you would have 2 monsters on board. So that's kind of cool. But again, we're mostly using it for the search effect, which is not once per turn. Well, it's once per turn, but it's a soft once per turn. So if you special summon it back out, you can then use its effect again. And then we played 2 Apelio. Usually you're only going to make 1, but you can send the other one using Rampengu's effect. So that's why we play that. This is going to be... So if it attacks, it's unaffected by other cards' effects, but basically it's just a 2600 attack beater for the most part. Then Petalfin, it cannot be destroyed by card effects, and then it's got 2800 defense, so sometimes it's nice to just sit on this card for a little bit. And then we play the 2 Ulti-Guy Pelio. Again, you're usually not going to be summoning it, except by like Ritual Beast Bond, or your Spiritual Beast Tamer Winda. But otherwise it's, it's a psychic type that you can use for, again, your Rampengu. And then for the links, we play the 2 Cumin Falcos. This really helps you with your combos because it allows you to banish a Ritual Beast card from your graveyard, and then immediately after this effect resolves, you can normal summon a Ritual Beast from your hand. And then again, this is another one that can just tag out. You can just put this back in the extra deck and then just special summon 1 Ritual Beast and then 1 Spiritual Beast monster. And then for the other links, we're playing just a Cerberus, Phoenix, Unicorn. Again, with you being able to tag out, you almost can make these super easily. So it's nice to be able to do that, to mess with the board a little bit. And then Borosword Dragon. There's not very many high attack monsters, obviously, except for Ulti-Guy Pelio, which is a little difficult to summon. And then Ulti Pelio, which doesn't really do much other than just have that attack. So Borosword is nice to have. But yeah, that's the deck, guys. It's a very, very strong deck if it opens well. That's probably the main problem with the deck, is when you open these 2 cards and can resolve them, you should be able to just win. If not, you better hope that you have just some maybe some power cards like Shifter, Goes and Match, or like Macrocosmos, cards like that to help you a little bit. Otherwise, it's a super fun deck. I think it's a sleeper deck, maybe, that could potentially do well, especially at the local level. But yeah, try it out. Let me know what you guys think, and we'll catch you on the next one.